In this video, we will see what is PowerApps DataSource, what is PowerApps Connectors, what are the connectors are available in PowerApps, what is on-premises data gateway, how we can find the PowerApps connection inside the PowerApps Canvas application, some of the popular connectors I will show, and also finally we will see how we can connect the SharePoint list data source to a Canvas application, and as well as how we can connect a Excel sheet to the PowerApps application. So let's proceed with this. What is PowerApps data source and connectors? Lot of people are getting confused in between the data sources and connectors. So let me tell you, data sources means a database where usually you are storing the data. Suppose you are several number of records and you want to store in a list or Excel or something. So wherever you are storing your data or records, that will be your data sources. And the connector means it acts as a bridges. Bridges means it is a connector that connects between your application and your data source. So the main difference between the data source and connector is data sources is where you are storing the data, and the connector is a mediator, or it is a bridge that connects to your data sources to your applications. So there can be a variety of data range systems, like ranging from table in a database to Excel files in OneDrive to complex systems like SharePoint, Salesforce, or Dynamic 365. So whenever you are creating your PowerApps application, you can add all these data sources to display, to modify, to interact the data within your application. Where I told you, like the connectors, it helps to interact with the data, whether it's reading, updating, or if you want to delete the records, then you can do it. PowerApps offers a wide range of connectors to different data sources, including both the standards and premium options. So basically in PowerApps, there are three different types of connectors, like standard connector, premium connector, and the third one is custom connector. So standard connector means it allows you to connect to common Microsoft services and other popular cloud services. They are available to all PowerApps users without additional cost. Like freely you can use this connector inside the PowerApps application, where in premium connector you need to take a PowerApps plan. So suppose let me tell you one example. Suppose you are using Office 365 or OneDrive for business, or OneDrive or SharePoint list. So in that case, you can use that standard connector freely. Wherever, suppose you are using Salesforce and Oracle database, these are the premium connector. You need to purchase the plan and you can use in your PowerApps application. So like standard connector are available in all the license, whereas the premium connector are only available for the premium PowerApps license. Third one is custom connector. It allows you to connect to your custom or third-party services that are not covered by the standard or premium connectors. So like custom connectors are basically third-party tools where you need to use the API. So it basically it needs for the configuration and authentication actions parameters to be passed, etc. And it is also available in all the license. Apart from all these three connectors, there is another connector or data gateway called as on-premises data gateway. So the PowerApps on-premises data gateway serves as a bridge that enabling secure and seamless data transfer between the on-premises data sources and several Microsoft cloud services like Power Platform, like PowerApps, Power Automate, Power BI, and Azure. So like that. So this gateway is literally essential for organizations that store data in on-premises servers but want to leverage cloud services for application development or analytics, workflows, and automation kind of things. Now I will move directly to the PowerApps application, where I can show you where you can find out your connectors in Power Apps. You can see here, this is Power Apps home page. You can see the left side, it is home page. Now the question is where you can find out your connection in Power Apps application. So you can see there is an option in left navigation called more. Once you will click on this, you can see connection option is there. Click on that and you can see various type of connectors are available inside this. So like I think there are 350 plus connectors are available inside this Power Apps application. So to create a new connection, you can also click new connection and you can see these are the real connector. You can see SharePoint, Office 365 user, OneDrive for business. So like this, there are 350 plus connectors are available inside the Power Apps. And also one more important thing, at a time you can connect 30 data sources in your Power Apps application. Like it is better to avoid to connect more than 30 data sources at a time. Otherwise, you may find that load problem, app load problem or something like that. So if you want to create a new connection, you can click on any of the connection over here and according to that, you can create a new connection in your Power Apps application. Suppose you want to connect the SharePoint, just click on it and it will ask to connect directly or connect using on-premises data gateway. So according to your requirement, you can select your options and you can click on the create option. So once you will click on this create button, the connection will create for your Power Apps. Next, I will tell you how we can connect the SharePoint list data sources to a Power Apps Canvas application. Suppose you created a Power Apps blank canvas application and you want to connect a SharePoint list data sources to this application. So what you need to do, let me show from beginning. You can see this is my list, SharePoint list called as scheduled events. You can see there are several records including the column like title, location, department, event manager, start date, end date, like this. Now what I want to do is I want to connect this SharePoint list to my Power Apps application. So how I can do this? Go to here. You can see there is a data tab here in the left navigation. Also you can see in the middle of the page you can see connect to data. So there are three various ways to connect your data sources. One is from left navigation data tab, one is connect to data, and another one you can see from the top command bar you can see add data. So choice is yours, whatever confident on you, you can create based upon that. So add data, click on add data. I want to connect SharePoint list. So what I will do, I will search SharePoint. You can see it came. So click on that. So once you will connect this one, you can see there is already existing connection. On my credential, I already connected the SharePoint data sources to this application. Suppose you want to create a new connection, then you can click on add a new connection and then you can, whether you want to connect it directly or you want to connect on premises data gateway, that is your choice, and then connect, it will connect. So again I will search SharePoint. SharePoint. So I will click on it. Once you will click on it, before that I will tell you, whenever you will connect the SharePoint list, it will ask you the credential, Microsoft 365 credential. So you just give your valid credential for that so that it will connect to your application. Next, it will ask you to connect the SharePoint site. Which site you want to connect for this application? I selected this one, and next it will show you all the list or libraries that are present inside the SharePoint site. So my SharePoint list name is scheduled event. So I will click on this, and also you can choose any of the list or library that you want at a time. And then once you will click on connect button, you can see that scheduled event SharePoint list is already connected to my application. Once you'll click on this more action, you can see edit data, refresh and remove option. So if you want to edit again your SharePoint list data, you can click on this, and once you will click on this, you can see it will redirect directly to the SharePoint list. Again come here, and and again if you want to do some modification over here, you can do it and save it. And after that, once you will modify your SharePoint list data, do not forget to click on this refresh button. Unless and until you will click on this refresh button, the data will not get refreshed. So make sure after changing the data inside the SharePoint list, you need to click on this refresh button, and you can see it will be refreshed. SharePoint list data source will be refreshed. And if you want to remove this SharePoint list connection from here, then just click on this remove button, and you can see the SharePoint list data source will be removed from this application. So this is all about SharePoint list data source connector, how we can connect the SharePoint list data source to the PowerApps connector. And I will show you, additionally, I will show you how we can display the data over here. Suppose I will insert any control, like suppose I will gallery control, I will click on it. Just randomly I am putting, so that you can analyze the data, visualize the data, how it is, how it can work. Okay, so once you will click on this gallery, like vertical gallery, you can change over here the title, and you can see that there will be a data source property of the gallery control. Once you will expand this, you can see the SharePoint list data source it is displaying. Just click on it, and you can see all the title column are retrieving from the SharePoint list data source. So in this way, we can display our data, we can modify our data, we can alter our data, anything, whatever the update you want to do, whatever you data you want to remove from the list, whatever you will do, you can do by using this SharePoint list data source. So this is all about how we can connect the SharePoint list data source to the PowerApps application, and how we can display the data, or how we can display the SharePoint list data through a gallery control. Next, I will tell you how we can connect the Excel sheet to this PowerApps application. To connect an Excel sheet to PowerApps Canvas application, we must need an Excel sheet, and that will be format as a table. So here you can see this is my Excel table called as financials that I want to connect in PowerApps application. So you can see here my table name is, I will show you, once you will click on this, you can see table design, and you can see my table name is financials. So how I can connect this Excel sheet to my PowerApps application. So to connect the Excel sheet, again click on this data tab, and click on this add data option, and you can see there is a connector called import from Excel. You can see here it came import from Excel, you can see. So once you will click on the import from Excel connector, it directly a pop-up will come from your system, and it will ask you the file name. You can see the financial sheet, and you can give the file name and click on open. Then in the right side you can see it will take the table name directly from the Excel. Just select it and just connect it. Once you will connect it, it is connected to this application. But the major problem is, or the major thing is, that you cannot update this sheet. Suppose I will modify something in this sheet, and I want to refresh this sheet over here so that the data will be reflected from that sheet. That means there is no option is available for these options for this connector. That means there is no refresh option is available for this connector. For only you can see, once you will click on this, you can see the remove option is there. There is no refresh or update things by using this connector. So this is a drawback of the import from Excel connector. Instead of this, alternatively, what I can do is, like I can store this Excel file in a cloud service like OneDrive or OneDrive for Business, and from there I can retrieve the Excel sheet here. Okay, now let's quickly see how we can achieve this. This time removing this Excel sheet from here, and I will go to the OneDrive for Business where I can store the data, store the Excel. So I will go to the OneDrive and so click on this add new files upload, and my Excel sheet name is financial sheet. So just click on this financial sheet cell, so open and see the financial sheet is uploaded over here. Now go back to the Power Apps application, and here click on this add like data tab and add data, and here you just search it OneDrive for Business. You can see over here, and again if you want to create a new connection for OneDrive for Business, then click on this add a new connection and you can create it. If it is already existing, just click on it, and then it will show you your all the Excel data, Excel sheet. You can see financial sheet over here, and it will display your table name is financial. Just click on it and then click on connect. That's it. Now it's done. Now what you will do, suppose you want to if you want to modify the data in your Excel sheet, you can directly go to your OneDrive for Business and you can click on that sheet, and you can modify whatever you want to do the changes on it, and directly come over here like your Power Apps application. You can see the financial sheet is here. OneDrive for Business. Just click on it. You can see there is a refresh button. Once you will click on refresh it, the data will be refreshed, and it is done. And like suppose you want to see your data in any control, again I will take the same gallery control, vertical gallery, and you can see I will take it here and I will choose the title, and you can see in the right side there is data source. Just click on the financial sheet over here and you can see all the data. Suppose you want to see like something else, like what is it? Suppose you want to see segment or country or something, then directly come to this Power Apps application. You can see segment, and you can see once you click on it, you can see all the data is visible over here. So in this way, to overcome the import from Excel connector, you can use the OneDrive for Business connector, and you can achieve your things for the Power Apps application. So that's it, like how we can connect a SharePoint list connector and how we can connect a Excel data source connector. Not only SharePoint and Excel data source connector, but also like whatever you want to add the data source, you just come here, like click on add data and search the data source connector over here. You can see like there is AI models is also there. You can connect the data, and you can see all the connectors over here. So whatever the connector, suppose you want to connect a Dataverse table account. So what you need to do, just click on it. Under the table, there are Dataverse, all the data tables are present, the Dataverse tables are present. Just once you will click on this, the Dataverse, the specific table has been added to your application. So whatever as per your requirement, you can add multi-data source connector to this application, but make sure like you just avoid to connect 30 plus connector in a single application. That will be a problem for the loading the application. Apart from that, it is fine, like you can connect your data source and you can enjoy your application. So in the next video we will see how we can use various type of controls in Power Apps Canvas application.